So in ionic equations, as I said, there are two different methods. Yeah, one is thinking about or splitting as ions. So there are a couple of rules that we need to keep in mind. And the second method is thinking about what is the product of focus of the reaction. So let's do the first method. When we split as ions, we just need to think about, okay, is this compound present as separate ions or not? And what split as ions? Acids, because we said they dissociate, so they split as ions. Ionic compounds, in this case, both as a solid and aqueous. What doesn't split, that's very important, are ionic compounds when they're solid, but just as products. Because this is would be a precipitation reaction. So an ionic solid, it's formed and it doesn't react in the solution. So the ions are actually present in the ionic lattice. And very important, never split covalent compound. So that's the type of thinking that we need to do. The long way would be, okay, let's look at each of these compounds and let's see if they split or not. Hydrochloric acid, it's an acid. Yes, definitely splits, also in aqueous solution, so we know that that dissociates. How? Well, we would be 2 H pluses and 2 Cl minus. We keep the ratio. So I mean the balancing number. Then calcium oxide, it's an ionic compound as a solid and it's a reactant. So yes, it would split as well. So calcium would be 2 plus. We need to keep in mind to write the correct charges. Next, on calcium chloride, it's an ionic compound, but is in aqueous solution. So we know aqueous solution, ionic compounds, the ions are free to move, so that would also split. And let's keep in mind the ratios there. So 2Cl minus because it's CaCl2. And then very important, that's why this method is good, but we need to remember these rules. Water, H2O, covalent compound, it does not split. So we would write it as H2O. We could also keep the state symbols if we want to. And then simply we need to simplify things. So what is present on both sides of the equations and therefore would cancel out calcium, chlorine. So they cancel out. So we would have 2H pluses plus O2 minus. That would form water. So this is our ionic equation. The second method, it's a little bit easier, just because we need to think about, okay, what's the focus of the reaction? What is this reaction? Well, it's a neutralization reaction. So if it's a neutralization reaction, we know that the focus of it would be the neutralization product. What's the neutralization product? It's always water, not the salt, because we know that acid, it's